Good morning, guys, and welcome to Hannah's Backyard. Today is August 3rd, so I figured I would give you a beginning of August garden tour. So far, we actually have finally cooled down a little bit and the humidity has dropped, but we are going to have a week of no rain, and the temps are supposed to be going back up. But my tomatoes weren't ripening at all, and as soon as the temps started to cool down, within 2 days I had some red tomatoes, so that's been good. Or they're changing at least. They're not fully ripe yet. I picked 2 yesterday, and I'll show you which one that they came off of. But yeah, everything else is looking really good, especially for an August garden. I feel like we're behind. I feel like it could be going a little bit more, but things are really starting to crank up. So I think that'll be a good thing. So this week I'm expecting to get quite a bit of a harvest. This corn is probably got a week, maybe 2 left. The other corn is done. So I'll show you and I'll talk about it as we go through. So come along. Okay, so these are the cannas. They're on the north side of the corn. They are actually starting to catch up. I kind of thought they had topped out, but they are growing, and that you can see there's that one right there that's getting taller than everyone. So they are starting to catch the corn. I think if they would have been on the other side of the corn instead of the north side, it might have been better. The corn just jumped up faster than the cannas, I guess. So you can see here that the silks are just starting to get a little bit of dry pieces to them. So they're, like I said, they're not ready, but within a week I'm hoping that I'll be able to get them before the raccoons. These are the onions. They're doing really good. You can see some of them are starting to... Oh, there's a bird in there. Okay, I had to save the bird. But anyway, I'm on this side now. You can see how the onions are starting to fall over. And they're doing it on their own. So those, they say that they store better if they do it on their own. So I'm going to let them do that. And they're really nice size bulbs, in my opinion. You know, it's just... I don't need huge onions, so I personally think that they're the perfect size. Some of them are still growing and are big, you know. But yeah, I'm really happy with this year's harvest. I have been tending these onions since January when I started them, end of January. So yeah, I think gonna say it's a successful year on that. So that's cool. Nothing's in here, just that one basil plant that's came up by itself. I'm gonna have to move it when I get my cabbage that I started back out. This is just the Swiss chard that I have for my chickens. It's getting bit up. Now this is the Cosmo. I think it's the double click. Oh, I have the tag somewhere. Anyway, it's gonna be kind of a darker color. So I'm excited about that. I got some little radishes that I started. They're not doing the best. It got really dry for a bit. Here's some of my okra. It's producing little ones right now. Oh, there's a big one. I should probably cut that one. There's another one in there. So these plants are finally starting to take off. And mainly grew them because I liked the plant. I don't even know really what to do with them, but the kale's doing really good. It's huge, and I just basically feed that to the chickens. I'll eat some here and there, but this basil, I can't keep up with it. Curly leaf parsley. This is a blue spice that just came up by itself. Now, all this section, I had the 2 rows of lettuce and a row of carrots, and then I had another row of carrots on the other side of these. Picked all of those. I was going to start more lettuce, but I think I'm going to wait because I'm going on vacation. So I'm going to wait until fall. So I'll wait till I get back. And then, let's see, over here, we have the Benny Kodima watermelons. There's quite a few on here. They're just a small personal sized watermelon. So they're not gonna get very big. And I have them, actually, they're climbing up on the sunflower. There's actually one hanging off the sunflower. So we'll see how that goes. Check out all the bees. Okay. This is the variety of tomato that I picked 2 off yesterday, and it's got another one. Here is what it is called. First year growing it, so I haven't really tried it yet. Oh look, my little marigold kind of finally flowered. I have another purple cauliflower there, and there's some cabbage. Let's sneak through. These are the Artisan Bumblebee tomatoes. You can see that one's, I think they're kind of a yellowish color. I mean, that's not quite ripe yet, but that's the color they're gonna be. And these are the super white. I picked a whole bunch of these yesterday, but they got a lot of, there's one that's ripening. Little clusters on them. Here, we can come back to the inside here. So this is a really good producer, it looks like. They're okay, they're not the best. Let's see what else. I did pick most of the celery because it had flowered and it was not tasting good nor looking like celery. So I think I'm gonna try to put something around these to kind of hold them up now, but if not, I'll just kind of do fresh picking and eat it. I'm not gonna end up saving any. Here's the Swiss chard. This stuff is also mainly just for the chickens. I'll eat it here and there, but it's usually just me, so the chickens eat more than I do. This here is a green grape. Check that out. There is just tons on here, but none of them are ripe yet. They look like kind of like a grape, don't they? Over here we have the Amish paste. There, this is like the tallest plant. I'm thinking that it's at least 8 feet tall. There's more Amish pastes. This is an Italian Roma, and it has a whole bunch in there. This is a mortgage lifter. Here's another one. And there's not as many on that one. I am loving the basil, although it's really getting big. I can't keep up with it all, but when you walk through here and you kind of brush against it, it just smells so delicious. And the bees, I mean, if you've ever grown basil and let it flower like this is Tulsi. The bees just love basil. So here, this is a Tangerine Dream. It's got tons of peppers on it, but they should turn orange. Well, that one's kind of big. They should turn orange. They're kind of like a snacking style. Banana peppers. I only planted 2 banana peppers, but somehow I have like 5 plants. So I'm thinking some packets were mismarked. But yeah, we're getting some nice bell peppers in the mix now. Now the purple Petra basil is not as prolific as the Tulsi, I will say. Let's see here. What are these? Oh, these are the Amish Golds. I will forever grow these. They are so uniform, and they're kind of a fleshier tomato, and they're orange. I don't know, I just really like them. I got a free seed packet once, and from that point on, I didn't look back. I always have them. These are the Start Relays. This plant is doing really well, where last year my Start Relays weren't doing the best, the plant itself. But these ones did good. And look at, they're gonna be yellow and purple. These are the Black Crims. Here, I'll show you. I'll come around. And the plant itself is looking a little leaf curled. It's dry. They probably could use some water. That was my new rooster. I don't know if you heard him. And they're almost ripe. This one's kind of wedged in there. I don't know how I'm even going to get him out. There's this one. They're getting there. I want a tomato sandwich so bad. I've been waiting for the black crumbs. Here are all my hot peppers. These are some jalapenos. There's some yellow cayennes. I don't know what color these are yet. They haven't changed. I'm hoping red. That's what I was looking for. This is a seed packet that said pepperoncinis. I don't know yet. And then this was supposed to be an Anaheim, but they're not really looking like it. There's a bee that just flew into my elbow. Don't get mad, you did it. This is a Serrano. And then here are my Ivans. I've never grown these. So far though, I'm liking what I'm seeing. This plant's a little sparse, but it's got quite a bit of fruit on it. The ox hearts. And then this is I think this is anise Nior. I love the shape of these ones. And then this is just Genovese basil here. That plant is just falling over. It's just trying to get light. The zucchini on the other side, I think, has been messing with it. These are my zinnias. I don't have many zinnias this year, but I bought these. It's hard to tell right now. They look pretty yellow, but there's like bright green. And then these are more of a peach. I've been attempting to make my path back way through there. This is the corn that is done. I'm just gonna let this sit here and dry, and then we'll cut it later. And then maybe I can get it in here today. Oh, everything's muddy from the last time. It's all right, coming in. So this is my broccoli plant. I have to come out here and cut these. This one may be a little bit too much, but these are all the little side shoots. It's doing really good. I'm getting a lot of little extras off of it. My kale plants. And then these are my Brussels sprouts. I feel like I'm really close. Sorry about that. I don't know if pulling the leaves off the bottom was a good idea. They're just kind of growing up. And, oh, there we go. There's some in there. These ones are kind of crazy looking. But yeah, these are like 4 feet tall. That's crazy. I did start more broccoli too. Okay, hold on here. Yeah, so I did start more broccoli. Potatoes grow, these are really tall and now they're laying down. But these are doing actually really good for the bugs that I've had. You can see the bug damage over here. But the bugs didn't come until like right at the end of flowering. So I think I'm gonna get a pretty good harvest. Despite the bugs. But they're here and I don't like them and I'm not really sure what else to do. I tried picking them. This year I did nothing. So I'll probably pay for that later. These are the honeycombs. And check out these plants. They're up there with the sunflowers. I didn't really get them trained the way I would like to, crowning over the trellis, but this will work just fine. So these are the first producing ones, honeycombs. And I've been picking them daily. Here's a nice one. They're so good. This is a green zebra. This one's ripe. This is the state of this. So, yeah. Not much more to say about it. But I'm gonna leave them because I'm hoping they'll stay here. These are the cucumbers. So my problem with cucumbers is my dogs love them. And so they find them every year in the garden, and for this year I put them right where the dogs come outside. So they tend to find a cucumber and pull my plants off my trellises. So that's not nice. I did throw a couple of seeds in. You can see they germinated, so we might get a couple baby cucumber, or a couple cucumber plants coming up later. But I got some I got to pick here before the dogs come find them. And then I got a couple of the white zucchini right here. I think I'm gonna pick both of them today probably. And yeah, here's more of that mess. And then, oh, these zinnias, these are really pretty. These are peach, but they're probably gonna look kind of yellow also. So yeah, there's this one. Oh, they did cut the wheat too this week, or yesterday actually. They haven't even picked it up yet. Let's go out to the back bed. I'll show you that. Okay, so this is basically the vining flower, whatever garden. The flowers are looking really pretty. The calendula, they kind of like petered out. I didn't know that's normal. And so did the bachelor buttons, but I got to get in here and weed around them because that's taking over. My asters though, man, they're kind of pretty. I got to weed in here. Oh my goodness. These are really, this is a nice color zinnia. There they are. And then the marigold that reseeded itself. They're a good size. Dill. My loofah's doing pretty good. It's definitely made a comeback. This is the canna that grew from seed. Yeah, I got a couple flowers in here. That's a male flower there. I don't know if I should, oh, yeah, see that one didn't get pollinated. So maybe I should have hand pollinated it. Oh, another tall marigold. These things are huge. These are the double hollyhocks. They're flowering. They're really pretty. Unfortunately, my pumpkin died, and I'm not sure why. Everything else over here is looking really good, but just not the pumpkin. Morning glories. I have been struggling to get these things to climb up. They just keep piling up on the bottom. Eventually they'll get there. These are the Tokyo long onions. They look kind of like a scallion or a green onion. They're straight. They're super good. And then, oh yeah, you gotta see this. Look at these watermelon. This is the petite yellow, so they're gonna be yellow inside. That one, I gotta find the tendril on it. It's not drying up yet, so it's probably gonna keep getting a little bit bigger. There's one directly on the other side of it too, so they're kind of holding each other up. So yeah, this thing's going crazy. And then in here, well, there's another marigold, but you can see the watermelon plants that are in here. I don't see any watermelon yet. It's hard to see in here, so I'm really hoping there's something in there. I'm excited to see what they produce. It's the mystery packet, so I have no clue what it is. I just know it's a watermelon. And then in here somewhere behind all these weeds and watermelon plants is a peanut plant. I don't know exactly where it's at anymore, but it's in there. Unfortunately, I don't know if it'll affect it. Oh, here it is. There it is. Probably needs more sun, huh? There's 4 of them in there. This comfrey, I think I'm just gonna weed whack it here pretty soon. But look at that. Woo! You know, the little goldfinches love these sunflowers. And I didn't plant any. All of these came up all by themselves. They're volunteers. I just put them where I wanted them. And you can see they're all leaning and stuff. They're not, this isn't very strong soil out here. But they're doing really good. And they're bringing the pollinators in. So. Okay, well, you guys have a good one. Thanks for coming along.